Well, this one we're continuing on down through and on my trip, and I come to an absolutely beautiful camp spot. It's the one that I did the year before, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to find it, but I did. And yeah, it's gorgeous on a glacial river, and it's just spectacular views. So that's what this is, continuing on. Beautiful views in this absolutely incredible camp spot that I have. Yeah, so that's what's coming. Oh, I'm on a new SD card. Look at these views. It's kind of raining, so I'll keep the GoPro inside so it doesn't get spotted up. I forgot how absolutely beautiful the Alaska Highway is through here. It's just unbelievable. I mean, look at the views. Mountains, then you see mountain goats and sheep. Sheer terraced kind of mountains, just like you're seeing right up here. Right down to the edge of the highway. Holy mackerel. here. Pull down in here. And investigated this little 2-track going in here. I thought maybe it went to the river, but it doesn't, so we'll just come back out, continue on. Doesn't show that that goes to the river. Oh, just because it doesn't show it doesn't mean that it doesn't go there. Actually, let me have a look here on this thing. Out. This is my camp spot. Look at the mountain back there. I was here last year, but I stayed on the rocks on the other side of this river. Over that way. As a matter of fact, over here. I stayed over there. This year, I crossed the river, and this is my spot. It's beautiful here. It's absolutely, well, look. I'm just making myself some supper. I got the wall out because the wind's coming from that direction. Guy in the Jeep just came by me in those bright yellow. He came, I saw him way up there, and then I was wondering what he was doing, and he turned around, I guess, and came back. And he asked me, he's looking for his cell phone because he lost it. I said, how far did you go down this track? And he said 23 kilometers. I said, well, what's down there? He said lakes and rivers and lakes. I said, oh, really? Okay. I said, I went down there a ways, but I was driving along, so I decided to come back and camp here. But I didn't see her phone. He said, has anyone else been down here? I said, no. Because he saw me up there. And I said, no. And I didn't see her phone. If I did, I would have picked it up and I'd be giving it to you right now. He says, okay. Yeah, but the water crossing is right over there. Across this section here, and you go up and you can almost see they piled up some rocks, and you cross there over, and then you go out right there and then out. And that's pretty rough going out. You get all sideways and canted, and it's all right. Anyway, so I might stay here for, I don't know, we'll see. Depends what happens. If it gets crowded like Grand Central Station, then, you know, I don't know. But hopefully it won't. And when you stay here, I might pack everything up and go. I want to see about getting over here. If I'd have known, I would have went over there to begin with. That flat spot. The flat spot right there. Camp over there. But anyway, this is nice right here. Like I said, I got this. You can hear the wind. The wind's coming against this, and it's so calm back there. As soon as you step back here, boom, calm. So nice. So that's the sit rep. Look at that mountain there. Look at these mountains. These are mountain goat mountains. This is the Muncho Valley-ish. This, I forgot how beautiful the mountains are here. They are the Yukon, Northwest Territories, the mountains along that backbone, and these are just spectacular. Spectacular. That's why I want to stay here for a while. I mean, it's so nice. I just love it here. Look at those sand. Like the sand is formed like sandstony kind of, and it's, oh man, it's just the rock formations, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, Wild Bill. Okay, I just left that little spot, McDonald's Creek. Well, I might come back tonight, sleep there. It depends on what's up here. I'm going down the Woke Plash Trail, it's called. There's a bunch of people on horses ahead of me. They're probably a good couple hours ahead of me now. As you can see by the group on the trail. Anyway, this is the beginning of the Woke Plash Trail. That beautiful mountain I'm heading it towards. And there's side trails there. But this is, oh yeah, I want to check something. It should be about 20 kilometers. Okay. There, I just zeroed out my trip meter. Yeah, the river crossing might be too deep, so I don't know. I guess there's a river crossing coming up somewhere. We'll see. Apparently it's mountain goat sheep hunting season, and these mountains are mountain goat. That's what that conservation officer I talked to yesterday was doing. Yeah, that Ford F-250 pickup with a ATV in the back with spare gas and everything. It was an interesting conversation talking to him. But anyway, I guess I should be able to go 20 kilometers down this trail. Unless I get stopped by a river. But that guy in the Jeep yesterday, and he wasn't as lifted as me, he said he went 26 or 27 kilometers. So, I don't know, maybe it's okay. Nope, getting rough here. I can slow her down a little bit. This is where I stopped yesterday. I didn't go any further than this. I think I'm going to disconnect the sway bar. Low, but I don't know how much further this is going to be rough like this. Looks like it's coming up to a flatter spot here. This is all new to me. I turned around back there to camp because I've been driving enough. So this is where we go. Anyway, Wild Bill from the Woke Plash Trail. Out. I'm going to do a little bit of filming down here along this Woke Plash Trail off of the McLean Creek or river, whatever. Beautiful views coming apparently this is where a big glacier receded. This open expanse here. Which is pretty cool. Look at those mountains over there. Oh, wow, Marvin. I'm glad that it came down through here. But yeah, a glacier was through here. Isn't that something? Look at it. Wonder how long ago that was. My battery's getting low. I'm at 5%. I gotta throw out a battery. So I might as well shut this off and do that now. Go backers. Anyway, how beautiful this is. Wow. Fantastic. Those mountains over there. Anyway, I'm gonna put the new battery in Wild Bill out, or charged up battery. They were fantastic on this Wolf Pass trail, and the horses are just in front of me, so we'll film that. this beautiful view. Holy mackerel. So I'm not sure which way to go. It said there was hiking this way and a designated vehicle route the other way. But the designated vehicle route didn't. Look how beautiful this spot is. This is Wokpash Creek. Wokpash Creek. Which goes into McLean Creek or McLean River. It's a track that you need to cross the McLean. It's okay when it's time of year it is now. Generally it's low. And these are the mountains, and there's the mountains in the distance there. Absolutely beautiful spot to watch your walking, because it's lots of boulders. Yeah. Beautiful color of the water. Stunning mountains. Yeah. What a beautiful camp spot. And there's like nobody around. People do come here, but this time of year, yeah, a bunch of people on horses came through. They continued across the river up that road that's right there. Nice people. Kind of a neat way to travel. Anyway, Wild Bill from the Wokpash Trail and Wokpash Creek. If you like the content, like and subscribe and share. Appreciate it. Wild Bill from on the trail less traveled. Out. This is the view from my chair here. This beautiful spot, about 20 clicks from McGregor, crossing at McGregor Creek, McGregor River. If you spin around, there's the view of the mountains, the running water. And this is where I am. Bunch of horses, people on horses that I met before. They just crossed. No problem. Of course, no problem. I probably could have crossed, no problem, but I didn't want to take the chance. I wasn't sure. It was probably totally fine, but you deal with what's comfortable. The water was rushing, it was a little deep. It probably would have been absolutely fine. But I'm good right here. This is perfect. Look at those mountains. Holy mackerel, it's beautiful water. Look at the color of the water. Jeez. And this is what I'm backed up against. Look at this hill here, this big cliff. Wow. This is so beautiful. Those horses were really cool. It's the way to go up here. Pretty much no limits with them. Wild Bill out. Here's camp at greasy old Pilsner Central. Seriously, look at this. Look at the view. Look at that mountain. Oh my god. Look at this beautiful water with the glacial tint to it. Ice cold. Look at that. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. There's the beast. I'm gonna do some hiking around here. Hike around. Look at these ledges here. Holy mackerel, I'm right. GoPro always looks like it's showing stuff like it's 10,000 miles away. Well, at risk of a rock falling on my head, I'm not going to be 10,000 miles away. I'm standing right at the foot. I mean, look at this slab of rock here. Look at that thing. Just a big square and fell out of here. If that landed on you, you'd be going out. You'd say, golly gee willikers, if you said anything at all. Look. Look at these behemoth rocks and cliffs. Someone summed it up. Two people summed it up. A native fella at that lake on the North Knoll. I was trying to explain to him why I liked it. He said freedom. No, he didn't. He said, I hope you enjoy the freedom of the Yukon. And I went, yeah, that's it. And then when I was in Watson Lake, there were two people, and they said, I was trying to explain, I really love it here. You can do this, that. And he says, they looked at me and they said, it's freedom. And I said, yeah, that's it. This is freedom. Look at it. I pulled up here, I camped. There isn't like on north at Lake Superior, you can't get near the goddamn shore, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. It used to be nice up there, you could camp. Probably some gearboxes with monster trucks and tires tore the shit out of everything, and people crapping on the ground and leaving it. You know, fix that. It's just a rant, because this is it. This is freedom. Freedom! I can camp wherever the frig I want. I find a spot, I go and I friggin' camp. Northern Ontario is, well, there are spots, but the really nice ones, like on Superior, like on the shore, I've got a couple, but they're right off the highway. It's just, Ontario is just a beautiful North Superior, but if you like that, like, subscribe, and share. A little bit of a rant there at the end. It's true. Places are changing. It's really getting difficult to find truly remote places anymore. And there's gated places I'm finding all over the place, and it's a shame. But anyway, join me as I continue on down, and I think the next one. There might be some wildlife in there, elk crossing the road and stuff. It's really interesting. More beautiful views always, though. Always, always. So anyway, like, subscribe, and share. Wild Bill, out.